students of the second year BSc agriculture. The post title is Communication and Diffusion of Agriculture Innovation. This is our first class. Okay, students.
Sir,
Hello,
sir,
I am audible to you.
sir, ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್.
ಹೌದಾ? Now?
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್.
Okay. Today we will discuss with communication with respect to communication and diffusion. But under that, we will discuss with regarding to communication chapter itself only today. Okay, this is the theory outline. These are the various chapters we are going to cover in this course for the special theory. Okay, communication, meaning, definition, elements, types of and principles and functions of communication. What are the principles and functions for the communication models and barriers in the communication. I already given assignment to you to communication models to respect to various models are there. Okay, and there is the barriers in the communication also. These are the three topics we are going to deal with, especially with respect to communication. Next, that is another topic is agriculture journalism. You know the agriculture journalism meaning, scope, and importance. Source for the news and types, various types of the journalism to collect the information, sources of the news, and extension teaching methods. Various kinds of teaching methods, individual, group, mass contact teaching methods. Under that, various categories and their characteristics also we are going to study. And next is in the recent modern era, ICT application in transfer of technology. As per the extension professional and the recent days recruitment and extension professionals is very limited and the population of the farmers is vast. So they are not meeting the challenges of the extension as per the extension professional with the limited. So we are using the ICT technology to spread the information immediately, instantly. In this chapter, we are going to study the advantages and disadvantages and problems, internet, cyber cafe, video, teleconference, Kisan centers, consultancy clinic, Facebook, WhatsApp, Skype, Twitter. These are some of the activities you are already using in the ICT application in the day-to-day life. But in ICT application, we are going to deal with concern to the agriculture. What type of ICT application we are going to handle? Transfer of technology, especially with the transfer of technology. There are so many apps are developed by our university, some of the other university, and kiosks are there. So we are going to handle deal with that chapter. And coming to the next chapter is media mix strategies. Media mix strategies means combination of extension teaching methods. Which are the teaching method is more effective with respect to various kinds of combination, whether the individual to group or mass contact or individual individual to group contact. These are we are going to handle the combination of teaching methods for the effective communication of transfer of technology. Okay, for that it is called as media mix strategy, combination of extension teaching method for the effective communication for the transfer of technologies. Next one is diffusion and adoption of innovation. Diffusion and adoption of innovation, we are taking place, we are studying the concept, meaning stages of adoption and models and adoption process. Already you know the adoption stages. There are 5 adoption stages: innovator, early adopter, late adopters, laggards. Okay, and their percentage with respect of the adoption of the process of innovation. It may be 3.5, 13, 16. Okay, we are already know. Okay, and innovation decision process and their elements, factor categories and their characteristics and factor influencing the adoption process. Which are the factors influencing the farmers to adopt the new technology? Character groups. If the farmers is going to adopt the new technology, there's some of the technology, what kind of participation is needed? They are thinking that farmers will look into the perspective of the farmers, what kind of participants are there for the innovations. Next one is last one is capacity building of the extension personnel. Capacity building is nothing but that is a conducting of various kinds of trainings. Okay, operational trainings. It may be on campus training, off campus training. The meaning, definition, types of training, training of the farmers and farm women and rural youth. FTC and KVK. FTC means anybody know what is mean by abbreviation of the FTC? Students, students, anybody know the FTC abbreviation? CR? Hello,
ಸರ್ FTC ನ
I'm
ಸರ್?
audible to you,
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್, ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್.
but nobody is responding my questions. Whether you are knowing the FTC means or KVK, what is mean by FTC? Anybody?
Sir,
What is
farm
mean by
training
KVK?
center.
Okay, you can respond. Okay, what is mean by KVK?
कृषि विज्ञान केंद्र.
There is an alternative name of KVK. Anybody? Okay. Farm Science Center. The alternative name of KVK is Farm Science Center. KVK. Krishi Vijnana Kendra. Farm Science Center. Now today we will deal with the communication. These are the three topics we are going to deal, especially with respect to communication. Their functions, the principles, meaning, definition, types, characters, models, and barriers of communication. Okay, let's begin with communication. Plus, before that, the scheme of evaluation already you know all the things. The scheme of evaluation, how the evaluation will be taken place. That is a midterm total out of 100. 50 marks is external, and 50 marks is internal. Out of 50 marks internal, 30 marks is for midterm examination, and 10 marks is practical exam, and 5 marks is records, assignments, and reports. And another 5 marks is attendance. Attendance calculation, you know that everybody, students, how the attendance marks will be going to calculate? Anyone?
ಸರ್, ಒಂದ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ 0.25 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್.
Not like that. Total number of classes. Okay. Total how many? It may be 40 class, it may be a 50 class, it may be a 20 class. Out of 50 class or 40 class, the 80% of the attendance kept as a zero. Okay. If you take 100 classes will be attending, out of that 80 attendance classes will be kept as a zero, and remaining 5 marks is kept for 20% of the attendance is kept for the 5 marks. Okay, 80% of the attendance is kept for the zero. Okay, and remaining 20% of the attendance is kept for 5 marks. Okay,
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್.
ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತೇನ್ರಪ್ಪ? Had you understood?
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
Okay, first 80% of the attendance is kept for zero. After that, how much you are going to attend the class, that will carry the marks. Okay, that the amount, the remaining 20% of the attendance will be divided by the 5 marks. Okay, that is the attendance calculation. So be careful. These are the various kinds of the references for this course. That is most of the old one and new one also are there. But most of the times you can refer GL Right 2008. That is Extension Communication and Management. This one, last one three, last but three. Okay, this one GL Right Extension Communication and Management, and this one Indian Agriculture and Information Communication Technology. Okay, these are the two books you can refer. Also, other books also refer, but most of the time, most of the students are referring GL Drive. Okay. Now coming to communication. What is mean by communication? Anybody tell what is mean by communication? why the communication will be taken place, whom it will be happening. Students, whether you are going to communicate each other or not.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes. What is mean by communication? You only tell me. Hmm? What is mean by communication? It is so simple. You are telling communication. It is our word. The entire thing is tagged by in the name of communication.
Sir, interacting with each other, sir.
Yes. Who is this?
Sir, Gopal Dakar.
Gopal. It is nothing but simple terms I am telling it. Communication is nothing but exchange of information, whatever you told na, inter-exchange. Exchanging of information from sender to receiver. Okay, one person is sending, another person is receiving. That is means exchange of information from communication to the sender to receiver. It is an exchange of information. More than 70% of in our daily work, we are communicating indirectly, directly. More than 70% of in our working day, more than 70%, 90%, we are going to communicate directly, indirectly in a day-to-day life. We are once again in a indirectly or directly, we are communicating will taken place. Communication is the experience of shape of very good quality of life of our life. Okay, we are going to shape our communication skill to develop our quality of life. How we are going to behave? What is the message? What it is? How it will be happening? What are the new information? We are going to shape our life with effective communication. We are going to shape how the particular thing will be done, what the message will be taken place. Communication is the sending and receiving information between two or more people. Communication is sending and receiving information between two or more people. But it is necessary to take place communication. There is a must. We need two persons. Okay. There is a need at least two persons. It may take more than two also, but communication will take place between two or more. But it should be needed. One is sender, another one is receiver. It may be knowledge, it may be your feelings, it may be your attitude, it may be ideas, it may be information, it may be new things, it may be etc. etc. We are going to communicating with each other to exchange information. But here the logic is when the communication takes place between the sending and receiver, the sender and receiver, we should take the more important is common understanding between the two persons. That is the main idea of the communication, behind the communication, behind the strategy. That is common understanding. Whatever the message is sending by the sender, the same thing will be receiver should be received and tell to others. That means he should understand what the thing will be told by the sender. Same message will be understand himself and convey to the others. That is common understanding of the meaning, intent, and use of the message. There is no misinterruption. There is a communication, perfect communication. Sender and receiver should be common understanding. Whatever the message the sender will be sending, the same thing will be received by the receiver and sent to communicate to the others, and he also interpret, understand himself. That is the main logic of communication. Okay. Common understanding is the most important in a communication between the sender and receiver. The word communication is derived from, originated from Latin root communis. Communis means common understanding. That means whatever the message sending by the sender, the same thing will receive by the receiver, and he himself understood properly what the message by communicated by the sender. Okay, that is common in between. Example, I will tell you. Somebody told this is a 2 into 2 is equal to 4. The same should be the repeat by the receiver, 2 into 2 is equal to 4 only. Okay, we should not tell 2 into 2 into 5 or 6 or 10. Okay, that means the miscommunication taken place. Okay, that is common. Whatever the sender will be told, the same thing should be received and understood by properly. That is common understanding between that. That is the logic of communication. Okay. The word communication is derived from Latin root that is communis means common. A good communicator or communication will taken place a creating a understanding between the two, that is sender and receiver. Creating understanding, that is most important. It is not importing knowledge, of knowledge, but understanding the concept. Clear cut understanding of the concept, not gaining the knowledge or something. Whatever the information you are providing to somebody, we should digest and communicate to the others as it is. Here it is not importing knowledge only, but clear understanding of the concept. One of the most important tool for the success of any extension work or any program, the success of extension work is together at a large level is determined by his ability to communicate ideas to the other. The success of extension worker is his ability to communicate ideas clearly to the farmer community. Farming community, he should understood and digest and adopt it. That is the main success of extension worker. Next, these are the various definitions given by the various authors. One is Rogers and Schumacher, Hawkins, Liggins, Graham, Holland, and March. Among that, Liggins and Schumacher and Scram. These are the various famous definitions taken by the referring by the all the scientists and some of the professional extension professionals, especially the Liggins, Roger and Schumacher. The Roger and Schumacher definition is given. Communication is the process by which messages are transferred from the sources and receiver. Here, message is transforming from the source to side receiver. Okay. Legals define communication is a process by which two or more people exchange their ideas, feelings, facts, impressions in a way that they each gain the common understanding of the message. He given the clear-cut concept of the communication. What is that is common understanding. Begins given the clear-cut communication definition. But in the Roger and Schoenberger survey, given what is communication? Is the exchange of information from the sources and receiver. But Liggins defined in depth. That is exchange of information by the two or more people, ideas, facts, feeling, impression by gaining common understanding of the message. Okay, so we refer Liggins definition. Coming to the importance of communication. Can anybody tell me what is the importance of communication? Students, students, anybody tell me the importance of communication? Dilip Kumar, is there?
So,
Uh, Tell me some importance of communication. Why is it important? Importance of communication.
sure. Communication helps to share the information to more number of people.
Okay. Next. Any
And
other?
also
Hmm.
it is useful and teamwork.
Hmm.
Um,
Any other students?
Sir, communication is
Hmm.
Sir, express of thinking and ideas.
Okay. Ideas. Okay. Next, anybody? Chaitra is there? When I thought, if you're not responding, I will put as absent. Okay, please note that. Okay. Chaitra, Gautami,
Sir,
Mutual understanding, sir.
yes, tell me the importance of communication,
Mutual understanding.
mutual understanding. One more thing, without communication, we can survive. Yes or no?
Survive but sir poor.
Or what is the rate of percent of rate? What is the percentage? How much we are going to survive?
Sir,
You think
smooth
yourself.
work.
You think yourself without communication in your family, anything will be happening, any progress, anything.
No, sir.
Then communication is the most important tool for the survival of the human being in the existing earth. Okay, without communication, you cannot survive. Okay, it is not possible also. Importance of communication. One is establish favorable climate in which development can take place. You can establish a favorable climate. What is happening? What are the activities that are taken place? Mutual understanding between the each person, what to do, what not to do. Communication has a multiple effects, not only a single effect. It is a multiple. Communication varies the aspiration of the people, essential for the good leadership, essential for the all human activities. Okay. Without communication, survivability of human being is very difficult. Not only human being, in the animals also communication will be taken place. Whether yes or no, students,
Yes, sir.
insect or some of the things, they will also take the communication. Okay. They will communicate each other in their language, in their respective things. Okay. In animal also some of the communication will taken place. Okay. Without communication, the survivability of human being is very difficult in the earth. Okay. The basic functions of communication. These are the four important basic functions of the communication. One is information function. Second one is command or instructive function. Third one is influence or persuasive function. Fourth one is integrative function. What is information function? The information function is one should have to adapt and adjust oneself to the existing environment. Okay, the basic requirement of adapting and adjusting oneself. That means we are acquiring the primary information, what is happening in the surrounding, directly or indirectly. Okay, we are thinking in the surrounding, what will be taking place, what is happening. Okay, any new events will be taken place. Information we are gathering for the surrounding environment. That is, adapting and adjusting oneself to the environment and getting the information. Through the information, we are processing it. The basic information we are gathering surrounding information. For that, we are adjusting oneself to the local condition. Example, any example? Students, information function. If I will not give the example if you are not easily understandable. Okay, information.
Sir,
Thank
by
you.
teaching teacher to student, sir.
Yes.
By teaching information gets student gets information by
Okay.
teaching.
That is another type of function. The best example is COVID. Okay. Already COVID will be taken place. Based on the existing information, how you are developing, how you are taking place to yourself. Okay. And some of the basic requirements, what to do, what not to do. You are only gathering the information. Based on that, you are going to adjust. Example, some of your students or some of your friends or neighbors, they are suffering from this, they are get the report is a positive. What you are going to do? You only adjusting yourself, isolating yourself. Okay, you are taking the primary precautions measures by yourself only. That is information function. Okay, you understood? Okay, oneself we are going to adjust and acquiring by the primary information. By taking the primary information, we are going to adjust and adapting it. Okay, that is only good. Instructive function. What is meant by command or instruction function? Here, somebody means the sender will okay what to do, how to select the class. This is the command instructive. The dean agrees that given the instruction, this is the time we can take the classes. That is formal organization of communication, command or instructive functions of maybe your father, maybe your mother, maybe grandfather. Okay, that is command or instructive function. Third one is influence or persuasion function. Here, influence means by taking the communication, by influencing the people. Through the communication, we are going to influence the people to do the particular work. Is extremely important in the extension. Why it is important? To change the behavior and attitude of the farmers, we are going to extension worker is more important for influence the particular things to change their behavior and attitude. That means extension worker is influence the particularly farmers, customers to do like this through effective communication. That is influence of persuasive function. Okay. Next one is integrative function. Integrative function means anybody. One is the information function, command or instructive function, and next one is influence or persuasive function. Next one is integrative function. Integrative functions means we are collecting the information for the continuous process of stability or stabilization. We are not going to hinder the communication here itself for the continuous process, for stability, for further process. Interpersonal level of the communication will be taken place in the continuously in the series of action. Hello, students,
ಸರ್
my voice is clear?
ಹಾ ಸರ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಿಡಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್.
ಹೌದಾ? Any server problem ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ವರ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ. If there is no issue of the problem. Okay, somebody in the chat box I think somebody sent their voice is not clear. That I am asking. Okay. Is it okay now?
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
Okay. Integrative function. Integrative function means we are going to communicate in the further process in the continuously for stability and identity, information stability. That means it is a interpersonal communication. We are going to stability, continuity. Okay, that is integrative. We are collecting the so many information like one to another for the further process. That is continuously offsetting is any disintegration at the interpersonal level. For the continuous process, that is integrative function. These are the various principles of the communication. Principles of communication. We should follow these principles in a day-to-day life when your communication will be taken place between the more than two. One is completeness, conciseness, consideration, concreteness, clarity, correctness, and courtesy. These principles one should have to follow in our day-to-day life. These are the 7 principles and some of the other general principles also there, but one should have to effective communication when one should have to make a communication properly. These principles should be followed. Okay, one is completeness. Who, what, when, where, and how. When the message will be sending or giving to somebody, you should think the it. Who, what, when, where, how. These 4 W and 1 H should be the completeness of the message or communication will be taken place. 4 W, 1 H. All that receiver needs for the desired outcome. That means the complete communication will be taken place. One should have to follow this one. Who, what, when, where, and how. Conciseness. Conciseness means don't go beyond the limit. Restrict yourself for the particular thing or a particular message, particular concept. Say what you want to say, if possible, words. In a few words, what you want to communicate, that much only you should communicate. Don't go behind that one. You should concisely communicate the message within the framework, within the message boundary. Don't go behind that, here and there. Consideration. Prepare every message with the recipient in the mind. Try to put yourself in his or her place. That means what his desire or prepare your every message with the recipient in mind. That means you should mind what he needed, whether he desired, well, what kind of problems you are going to address, what is the circumstances. Situation. Concreteness, exactly. Concreteness, this much only. This much students only kept eligible for this year. That means 80% of the 82 students are eligible for this course. You should give a specific facts and figure, concreteness, precise, clarity. You should clear cut clarity. The receiver should understand what you are going to try to convey the messages. That means you should take the interpret or some of the other languages. If whatever you want to communicate the message, the receiver should easily understood what you want to going to communicate. He should be easily understood. Such clarity should be needed. It is place to place, person to person is different. So the clarity is needed. Okay, we should give the information, convey the receiver what you want to going to convey. Next one is correctness. Correctness means whatever the spelling, grammar, everything is clear and correct. Here, correctness means the grammar and spelling, everything is correct. But unfortunately, we are not tackling in their facts and figure in their local languages or their local communication behavior. So we should use the right level of languages in their facts and their figures. That means correctness. We use their languages. It may be direct, indirect, it may be charts or something else. Okay. Then courtesy. That means sincerity of your attitude. Whatever you are going to communicate, sincerely you should attempt. These are the 7 principles one should have to follow in communication. Communication is a one-way process or two-way process. Students,
Two-way process.
okay, it's always two-way process. Okay, these are some of the basic principles we should follow. Okay, these are the basic in general principles. When you are taking the communication between the person to person, one should have to know the audience. Okay, what is your purpose? The topic, anticipation, objectives, okay, outcome, okay, pictures surrounding the around the pictures. Achieve a credibility with your audience. One should have to achieve a credibility. Follow through on what you want to say. Communicate a little at a time. Present information in several ways. You are not going to communicate in the mouth to mouth. You are going to indirectly or directly or some other words. Say several ways. That means picture, cartoons, develop a practical, useful ways to get a feedback. Okay. Use a multiple communication techniques. These are some of the basic principles, general principles one should have to adopt and apply in our day-to-day life. Out of that is the you should know the audience, who is your audience, where you are going to communicate, what is your purpose, what is your topic, what is the anticipated objective outcome around the picture, present around the picture, surrounding picture, overall picture, achieve a credibility of your audience. One should have to take a confidence of your audience, follow through what you want to say, communicate little in a time. Don't give too much information in a single moment. Okay. How much they will be going to the receiver should be digesting, that much communication will be take place. Okay. In a one moment, you should give a one idea. Don't give a too many ideas in the communication in a single moment. Present information in a several way. One should have to present the same information directly, indirectly, or some other ways by acting, more acting, some of the demos, or simple other ways. There are so many several ways. Develop a practical, useful way to get the feedback. That means you oneself get feedback by the practical ways. We are getting the feedback from the receiver. What is the problem indirectly by acting or playing some of the dramas, some of the games, group discussion. We are indirectly collecting the feedback for the particular task. Use the multiple communication techniques. Okay, one should have to not a communication take place. We should use the multiple communication technique also. Okay, here we will stop now. Okay, but today we discuss with respect to communication, importance of communication, principles of communication, and basic principles one should have to adopt. We are going to discuss it. Models of, can you tell me once you are already collected? Anyone? Students? Hello? Students?
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Tell me some of the models name which you have already collected.
Aristotle.
Okay, Aristotle next. Any other models?
Less model, sir.
Okay, next.
Transactional model.
Okay, hypodermic needle models, two steps models. Have you collected? Anybody? Okay. Barlow model, Graham model, Ligan's model, Shoemaker model. Okay. We will discuss in the next class. And the elements of communication process. Anybody tell me which are the elements of the communication process? That is communication, message, channel, okay, treatment, audience response, feedback. These are the elements of the communication process. Okay. Barriers in communication. Under that, barriers in communication, thematic barrier, emotional barrier, organizational barrier, personal barriers. Okay. This we are going to do in the next class. Okay. Okay. Any clarification in today's topic, students? Hello.
No, sir.
CR? CR?
ಸರ್
ಅಲ್ಲ ಇವತ್ತು ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಇದು ಆಡಿಯೋ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ?
ಸರ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಂದ ಒಂದ್ 2 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಇದಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್.
ಹೌದಾ?
ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದಾಗದೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್.
Okay. Command function is nothing but example you take in your family, your father or senior most person in your family, they will commanding you. It may be you or maybe their son, there may be their children. Okay, somebody they are commanding to what to do, what not to do. Okay, that is the command function. Otherwise, you can take in the command function usually take place in the formal organization. The superior will give the guidance or work nature to their subordinate. You can do this work only. You will do this one. To do like this, what to do, when to do, what not to do. They are commanding. They are giving the instruction to the particular person. That is command function. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Anybody notes? Okay. I think 86 students are present today.
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
Hello.
ಸರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಶಾಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್.
86 students. Okay.
ಹಾ ಸರ್.
Okay. Thank you.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್.
Okay. When is the next class? Friday.
ಸರ್ Friday 11 to 12.
11 to 12.
ಹೌದು ಸರ್.
Friday 12 to 1 ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀರಿ ನೀವು ಮೆಸೇಜ್.
ಹಾ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸರ್. 12 to 1 ಸರ್. 12 to 1.
Okay.
ಸಾರಿ ಸರ್.
Okay. 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 Thank you.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್.